Visit allofiber.com to switch today.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months, or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 11th annual Street Festival. The party starts on Saturday, March 15th, with tons of giveaways, a kilt contest, great Irish food, and green beer, and continues on Monday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. on Monday, and the street party starts at 2 p.m. both days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's 8th and P in the Haymarket.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
February is American Heart Month, the perfect time to focus on your health. Even a small change can make a big impact on your heart health. Try adding a vegetable to your dinner or a no-salt seasoning. Looking for support in making these small changes? Join a healthy living program to learn about healthy lifestyle changes with a supportive and encouraging group. Search Chronic Disease Nebraska for more information. Paid for by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East sports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday. It is nice outside again. Summer is here. Goodbye, winter.
Summer. Screw spring.
Summer.
Straight on to summer. Good morning, AG. How's life?
Life is good. How about yourselves?
Can't complain.
Yeah, it's 62 and foggy here.
Oh, foggy. Yeah. I actually knew it was foggy because I did a morning flight into Dallas today, or Houston, on my flight simulator. I was
like, wait a minute. How did you get back so fast?
I actually did know that it was foggy.
It's a simulator, real weather time.
Oh yeah.
Everything.
Oh yeah.
Hey Nick, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. As bad as some of these plane things been happening, man, I'd take you behind the cockpit.
Hold on. Time out. Do they need to call in the reliever? Call in the reliever. We're going to the peg. Going to the peg.
Okay.
There was another close call yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying Southwest.
Well, think about it. Okay, speaking of airlines, here's the thing I don't understand with the pilot on there, Nick. You're a bedroom pilot.
Oh yeah, I deal with air traffic control.
Did you say a bedroom pilot?
Yeah, probably sound the best. Rico even looked over like, what
that's walking on slippery. That's a slippery slope right there. That's a slippery slope.
Your head's out of the gutter.
Yeah. Look at Rico.
That's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to experience some turbulence on this flight.
All right. Anyway,
why do all the pilots always sound like this when they get?
Yeah. I'm like, but everybody knows what they're saying too.
What do you even say? And here's the part
You can hear
that AG, Raff, and Nick. This is the part that blows me away. We want to thank you for your patience while we're sitting here. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Hey, you just charged me $100, a couple $100 to sit here. So you're welcome.
What am I going to do when there's a delay? I always laugh. I don't even let it bother me, but I just laugh when they say thank you for your patience. You're out in the middle of the runway. What are you going to do?
Where am I running?
The magic word for all flights is we're finishing up paperwork.
Yeah.
Anytime your plane is on time and you leave, you never hear that. But once there's some sort of delay or something's wrong, we're just finishing up paperwork. We'll be off. And then you're like, we're delayed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, they forgot to fill up the plane with some fuel. That's what happened.
Yeah.
No complaints here, man. They doing their job. I just let it ride. I pull out my Switch and get the Mario Karting.
Yeah, you're essentially Russell Wilson, just letting it ride.
Exactly.
There it is.
Exactly. When it comes to airplaning.
Yeah, I don't let it bother me, man. I get out a book and read and like, you know what? It is what it is. Because the thing that cracks me up though, man, is when they'll say, well, we can't we can't seem to get a what do they call it, the crew that comes in on that brings the gate around. Ground control. We can't find anybody.
Yeah.
I was thinking, man, Eric, you can't find anybody. And it's just always comical, the excuse. Like you said, Raff, the paperwork. I'm thinking you guys got more paperwork than a college professor with 8 classes. As much as time they take with that paperwork.
It's the magic words. When they say they're finishing up paperwork, it's like, oh, something's wrong.
It's crazy, man.
Okay.
Gentlemen, you know
don't storm it, but just kindly walk up to the cockpit sometime and just see, hey, do you guys need any
Oh
help?
yeah, you better calmly walk up.
I'm sure, don't storm it, but just
that air marshal gonna tattoo you through the wall.
Yeah, the next thing you know, you'll be stuck in cuffs. Right.
You're gonna have Wesley Snipes on you.
On the runway.
Yeah, you're gonna have Wesley Snipes up your butt.
Yeah, you go have Wesley Snipes. Yep. Well, think about the family in the couple in Qatar Airlines. There's a person that died on the flight a couple of days ago.
Ooh,
in
really?
this couple, there was 4 hours left. They put the person over a sheet and sat next to him on the flight, and they said this is unacceptable.
Of course it's not. But where's the room? But where's the room to put a dead body on the plane? It's the question.
That's what I have no idea.
I was saying the bathroom. Oh, you have to put them in the bathroom. Maybe.
You'd have to put them. I'm not really.
I mean, if I'm a flight attendant, the person dies on the plane, I'm gonna say, hey, we gotta either put them down in luggage or in the bathroom.
That's like Clark Griswold.
I mean, you really got. I mean, you got to think about it. Flight attendants, trust me. I mean, obviously things happen, so you like really got to rationally think about, like, oh my god, where we gonna put this body at?
How do you put them down with luggage though in the middle of the flight?
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Yeah, they have elevators. They have the thing.
What? You're thinking that movie Passenger 57?
Just throw them out the back.
No, I ain't throwing them off now, Raff. You can't do that.
No, nobody's saying that.
Don't say that, please.
I mean, I don't know how you would put them next to a person though.
Yeah, you can't put them next. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't fathom being the flight attendant or even being the captain and putting somebody who just passed away next to the passengers. I couldn't do that. So I would think of, okay, we either going to say one of the bathrooms is going to be unfortunate. We got to put one of the, the person who just passed in the bathroom and or down near the luggage. I would say those would be the best options. Obviously, you're trying to, manage a situation where there's going to be mass panic or somebody's going to be really, PO'd. Yeah. If you do one thing or the other, you got to figure it out.
Do they take the dead body off the plane first or last?
Yes.
You got to get the person out of there, man.
Or do you wedge them in the overhead bin?
No, Raff, stop.
Raff,
stop talking now. Raff, stop talking.
You issue.
You'll be fired.
Yeah.
You may get your pension. You may on that decision right there. You may win or lose your pension right there.
I think for the dignity of the person, you have to find. For the dignity of the person that passed. Yeah. Find some place for them. Obviously, get them off first, but also for the people that are still on the flight. You can't. I just couldn't fathom that. The airline spoke out and said that was not right. What happened?
Right.
You cannot have people sit next to a corpse, man.
No, I couldn't. As a captain or a flight attendant, I say no. This is not right. I said,
here's some comments from some texters. Believer says you could put them in the back where they get the drinks. Somebody says if a person dies on the plane, that definitely sounds like some paperwork. Al says you could put them in the cockpit to help out with the paperwork.
Now you just got jokes now.
Yeah, everybody's just got jokes. Or prop them up in the flight attendant chair. I mean, that's the thing. You can't put them next to a person I don't mean this to be morbid, but like you can't put them next to a person because if you guys do experience some turbulence, you got bodies flying on. You don't want to be.
It can't go in the flight attendant chair either. They're staring right at you. That body is looking right back at the crowd. That's a no-fly zone too. So no. So bathroom or downstairs where the luggage is at.
I think bathroom is the most realistic thing.
I'll feel bathroom because you don't see them at all.
Yeah. You take one of the two bathrooms out of commission. Yep. And you just say, hey, you can only use the bathroom in the back of the plane
for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
for obvious reasons. Do not, go to the back. We'll have the flight attendants put the tape over it, whatever they got back there to say, hey, do not go in here, please.
That's wild.
That would be crazy. But that's pretty sure it's happened. It's happened. I know it's happened on an unfortunate flight for people. International flight, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that's probably the worst.
So that took place about 2 days ago. Then there was another near miss a plane that American Airlines, they were, I think it was landing or taking off. It was just.
Was this the one in Chicago?
Well, was another one that happened.
Gotcha.
And that was American Airlines again.
So 2 happened in the last couple of days.
So I don't know how many people know this, but the
that
South
flight was
this is new to me.
No, I'm saying the Southwest flight that was landing at O'Hare was
actually
or at Midway. Excuse me. The one that was landing at Midway took off from Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a flight from Omaha that went and almost hit that private jet that was going across the runway. Which they said that was an air traffic control issue.
Well, they said, here's the deal. They even the air traffic control, they have it on the radio. It was on video. They said, hey, they're telling the private plane, stop. You're not cleared. Stop. You're not clear. And that private plane kept going.
Oh, so that's
told them. Listen,
traffic control did their job, right?
Yes, they did it. And that thank God the Southwest airline pilots were on their piece of juice, and they tipped off right away.
Touch and go. That's why you practice those touch and goes, man. That's why you do those touch and goes.
Yeah, man. Whew.
Well, I tell you what. Speaking of things around the world, this is probably one of the greatest speeches ever. Just to let you guys know. Okay, I know Nick hates this.
I do. Why didn't you tell me?
And then after this, I got a very important question for you, AD.
There's a tradition in tournament play. Not talk about the next step until you've climbed the one in front of you. I'm sure going to the state finals is beyond your wildest dreams, so let's just keep it right there. Forget about the crowds, the size of the school, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here. Focus on the fundamentals we've gone over time and time again. And most important, don't get caught up thinking about winning or losing this game. If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
The late
Gene Hackman
passed away this morning. Him and
really?
Him and his girlfriend that were found in their home
and their dog
in New Mexico. Still undecided what's going on with that. I mean, just
what? I'm sorry, 3 people. I mean, 2 people and the dog passed all dead.
It was Gene Hackman, his girlfriend, and the dog were in New Mexico. They were found.
There's some
unconscious. And they said right now, it just makes you wonder. Was it something? Maybe it
was like a gas leak or something,
outside or something like that.
Yeah, gas leak or something potentially.
Yes, you just have no idea, but. That's one of my favorite. Speaking of around the world in sports, that's one of my favorite sports movies is Hoosiers, and that was Gene Hackman. Actually, guys, you know the thing about it that is based off of a loosely, I can't say loosely, but actually not loosely, it's a true story, and it's about the 1954 championship, inspired by Milan High School, who won it in 1954 there in Indiana, small town. So a true story about that, but. I seen that this morning early. I wasn't going to send to our group like at 4:30.
Come on.
But it was. I was like, man, Gene Hackman, 95 years old.
Was he 95? Wow.
95, man.
Awesome.
Just like AG, you were still going to say something. I'll come back to this in a sec. You said you're going to say something, man.
Yes. Did you watch Step Brothers?
No, not yet. I mean, the week
give me a card.
Out.
You got it. I'm snatching your card out your wallet right now. You ain't got no street cred for it. Until you watch it, you get this card back.
Look at that.
The end of the week
is gone.
I said by the end of this week, I will have it. I'll watch it.
But you watched Full Swing.
I did watch
exactly. Street credit gone until you watch this movie.
It was very good.
Oh, it was so good.
Because I'm gonna
nope. Continue to break. Raff, take it to break.
AG, it was so good. It was so good.
What was so good?
Full Swing is amazing.
I know. I've seen Full Swing. I've seen it.
Have you seen season 3?
This is season 3.
I thought. Okay, I thought that was a movie because I've seen something similar.
No.
Oh,
this is the golf documentary that they.
That y'all were talking about the other day. Yeah.
Full Swing, you watched a whole different movie.
Yeah. I was thinking of the one with Kevin Costner.
No, that's Tin Cup.
Yeah. Okay, I was thinking of that.
Tin Cup.
But like I said, you walking a thin line right now.
The Hickory Huskers, Hoosiers.
I can't read that far. What does it say?
Hickory Huskers.
They were the Hoosiers.
Oh, the Hoosiers. Yeah, the Hoosiers. Absolutely. Thank you, Rico.
Thank you for being about a minute and a half late to the conversation, Rico. Oh, okay. It was a phone call. That I probably missed.
Rico,
right. Hey, let me switch the camera. Right hand up. That's on me. That's on me. I lifted high. That's on me.
I got jokes today.
What was your? I am going to definitely watch Step Brothers before Saturday. You got
I've heard that before.
I told you about it. It's the weekend. It's Thursday.
Okay.
I still got
Plenty
time.
Still
got time. Got time.
You got tonight.
But I tell you what,
tomorrow night
it was Hoosiers, and also Runaway Jury was a great movie he was in. Gene Hackman, obviously, the original Superman back in the day.
Lex Luthor.
There's so many movies with him in it, man. The Firm, remember he was in that one.
Yep, he was one of the lawyers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
there was a lot of good movies.
Tom Cruise.
Yes, indeed, that was a good
Cruise movie.
That was a good one. Well, guys, there's a lot in sports today. And yes, Unknown Sexter June 920, Mr. Maxey played on that team from Indiana. Back coach, I still call him Coach Maxey or Dad Maxey. Mr. Maxey, who played here at Nebraska, longtime police officer here, who's been on the show before. They actually played against those teams there during that time. Mr. Maxey, when he moved here, he shared the story. Literally, the landlord had to ask the other tenants, it would be okay if Mr. Maxey moved in to the apartment complex, because you're talking about the racial tensions that were going on that team. Crazy. I was like, yeah, you can play for our basketball team, but don't move next to me. That was the logic. Yeah. And unfortunately, and still in some ways around in parts where you go, but he overcame that. And the stories that Mr. Maxey has in that same time frame as Hoosiers is just unbelievable, man. So
it's crazy.
Rest in peace to Gene Hackman, man. Hopefully we learn some more things. But for all of them to pass away, it makes you wonder if there was a gas leak, carbon monoxide.
Yeah, carbon monoxide, gas leak. Yeah, that's definitely.
Because for the dog to pass away too.
Yeah.
Something had to be leaking or something like that. So rip to him, the dog.
And it's not summertime either, where it's excruciating hot down in New Mexico either.
Absolutely. Folks, when we come back, there's some way they're paying money. They're paying money. A lot of money. We're going to talk about how Georgia and the SEC, how they plan on taking care of some of their house settlement loot. What does it mean for scholarships? What does it mean for money? What would be divided at? What it means for the rest of the country? We'll discuss that when we come back. Top of the hour, got a lot of Husker sound bites as well. There were 4 coaches that met the press yesterday. We'll be back, folks. It's The Drive, 97 Ticket.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, 4-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with 0 down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting book. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see lots of sunshine, a light breeze, an afternoon high around 64. Tonight, mainly clear skies with a light breeze, and a low around 40. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies, but it will be breezy. Afternoon high around 65. I'm meteorologist Kyle Pucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services, as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Tune in every Wednesday night from 6 to 7 p.m. as Lincoln Lighthouse's Executive Director Bill Mitchner educates listeners on the history of Lighthouse, their mission, and how you can get involved in shaping today's youth into tomorrow's adults. Every Wednesday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months, or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something. Something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y The Ad Council.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you want to come and text us,
if you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music.
This is Mommy's jam.
Then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
February is American Heart Month, the perfect time to focus on your health. Even a small change can make a big impact on your heart health. Try adding a vegetable to your dinner or a no-salt seasoning. Looking for support in making these small changes? Join a healthy living program to learn about healthy lifestyle changes with a supportive and encouraging group. Search Chronic Disease Nebraska for more information. Paid for by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday, making our way through the week, one day at a time. You take the good, oh no, that's Facts Life. What's One Day at a Time song? I forgot.
Which one?
The TV show One Day at a Time. I can't remember what.
One Day at a Time. Dun, dun,
yes.
Yeah, that was like there. Yep. When you said making my way, I was going, making my way
Downtown, walking fast,
Nope.
Places.
I don't know.
Something, no, it's something. Dun, dun, I'm homebound. That was one of the iconic music videos of my young life because for the people that don't know,
White chicks.
She's playing the piano and it's just a ton of green screens behind her just moving. So it looks like she's just rolling down the street at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Piano.
That movie, when they're singing it, man, makes me laugh every time because I can see my man.
Terry Crews.
Walking fast, faces
Terry Crews. Marlon Wayans. Marlon and his brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They got just got a Essence Award the other night on the NAACP Awards. They had
Keenan, I think, got it.
Yeah, man. It was pretty cool. Well, I tell you what, folks, what else is pretty cool is what this segment is brought to us by. Bring this up with Jack Russell here in a minute. This segment is brought to us by Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected representative since 1999. He can help protect your home, your vehicle, family, and even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. Well, tell you what, fellas, SEC in the Georgia Bulldogs, they kind of described how they're going to spend their $13.5 million in revenue on their sharing coming up this year because they're obviously next month. Not next month. In April, the House is going to have that settlement. It's going to be taking on it. And what they're saying, because one of the key things about this new rule, your scholarship numbers will not be limited, but your roster spaces will be. So technically, you could have 105 guys on scholarship if you wanted to.
That is correct.
Depending on how you divided that allotment up, you're, like I said, you're limited on roster size, not number of scholarships. So one thing that Georgia mentioned they're going to do is you're going to use some of that money for other athletic scholarships for other parts for other teams that are on there. So you guys, this whole settlement part come down. Were you surprised the chunk of it was going to go towards football?
No, I think you have to go with what's paying the bills there at the university. So you have to keep that moneymaker going. You can't lose that. So you've got to put all your resources or most of your resources into the football because that's what's bringing in the money.
Well, I think also from a number standpoint, just naturally you have the most football players on any roster, right? So out of any sport, football has the most players on a roster. So naturally, you're going to have you're going to need more money and more finances to be able to keep it afloat or to at least keep it competitive, I suppose.
Well, AG, they said 75%. Speaking of Georgia, 75% of that money is going to go to football players, 15% for men's basketball, 5% for women's basketball, and 5% for others. And that money, that direct revenue sharing, it doesn't count towards their collectives either. Be able to pay out the football players and other athletes. So that's going to be on top of what they can get from the collectives as well. I don't know how strong or weak that Georgia, you had those numbers, didn't you, Nick? How much that Georgia's collective brings in?
It's essentially like I'm curious, AG, do we see the collectives start to turn more towards Olympic sports? Because Nebraska's going to follow a similar model. You can with a big chunk of it, I would imagine, also goes to volleyball, right? Nebraska women's volleyball. You're talking about one of the two actually generating revenue women's sports in the entire country is Nebraska volleyball. And so I feel like part of that, we're going to see a percentage every year of the house money going to Nebraska volleyball. But for sports like softball, baseball, track and field, gymnastics, golf, tennis, I'm wondering how much more now involved the collectives are going to be simply just with those organizations and not as much with football, considering that they're getting such a large chunk of the house money already, AG.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate where it has to come down to numbers like these. It should be equality all around, right? In my book. But the way, obviously, the landscape is, the school has to basically abide by where it's going to decide to go. But I would say eventually they got to get to a point where there's all equal shares everywhere within the athletic department, to be fair. Because right now, you got some sporting, some teams basically getting less, and that won't be able to keep them competitive, in other words. And so, or, come up with another way where you could maybe ask the collectives that are in your state supporting the university, or certain collectives can, if it's 5 collectives, or make it that you got 13 women's sports on campus here in Nebraska, maybe we find 13 collectives to individually support them, or whatever, to make it equal. I say that's just one idea of whatever we could potentially come up. And this is all hypothetically, but something working towards an in-game plan, because right now, hearing those numbers for Georgia, that is a discrepancy in my book. I mean, I know football brings in the money, but still, you got to give equal support to all athletics. Being an athlete, you want support. I don't care if you're on the track team or the softball team or the golf team. You got to still get the same. You want to feel the same support as a student athlete all around.
This is going to sound real. I don't want to come across as real superficial on this.
That'd be a first time.
But I know. Thank you, Raff. But what I was going to get to is we can't be naive, though, in saying that there are some athletes that bring more value to a school than other athletes. Like that's, and I'm not trying to sound, real aggressive when I say that. But
but that's a true statement. You're right. You're right.
That in this day and age of social media clicks and TikTok and the access that we get to some of these programs, there are certain athletes that are just more valuable than other athletes. And I don't want to bring names.
You're right.
That's not fair either.
Well, Nick, what you're saying, though, and AG, I get your point, because in Utopia, you would love to have that money be.
But that's what we're working to. Right now, we're starting off at a spot where it's not equal right now, but you got to work with what you got, basically.
Yeah, you work with what you got, and you look at the rifle team. They got mad national championships. A bunch of them.
Yeah. Bowling is perfect.
Yeah. Bowling are ballers.
Yeah, they're never going to see the same financial resources as your football and basketball team are. It's just the way it is. And it's not I'm not saying it's wrong or right. It's just a numbers thing. I'm almost going to take your feelings completely out of it. And you look at a spreadsheet and you look at your P&L and say, what brings in the most profit? Yeah. We have to service those high income areas. That's part of it.
Before like you're talking about, bowling has national titles. Like, you got to cater to a winner, right? Same in the volleyball is winning a lot of games. They've been doing this for a long time. So if we're going to cater to the teams that are winning, do that. Don't just take away because bowling is a small program. No, give them the attention that the football team or the volleyball team gets when they're winning national titles. Give them that same look, because then that looks on, as a university, you're getting looked at differently. And then you're making a statement, say, hey, our bowling is now a team, and we're going to give that support to them. So that's going to push the envelope to other universities to look at their whole athletic department and say, wait a minute, okay, we gotta do a self-evaluation. Who are we really giving support to here? Are we banking this off of winning? And if we are right now, we have the esports team at Ottawa College in Iowa that has won 5 national titles. And they are in athletic department, but they're not getting the funding or support right now. So what do we need to change there? So that will raise up the question to asking really the tough questions. Universities really are you going to be real about giving the money to the winners in the building in your on your campus, basically.
I understand that. However, my one pushback is simple business and the market, right? Because like if Nebraska, let's just use the hypothetical for the bowling team because they are so successful on a national stage year after year. Shout out to Coach Paul Klempa and the team.
And right.
Mm-hmm. But like I think bowling's a great example because the NIL market, it would be almost financially irresponsible to pay them the money that football guys are making.
They'll never see it
because the market isn't there. That's not what the market is. And so it almost be you're depriving from having a you can now don't get me wrong. I'm saying for what the market is in the bowling, pay them the top of the top, right? Pay them what national champions should be getting paid in bowling.
In that market.
That's fair. That's fair.
But it's not and I'm not saying you're saying this. I just want clarification for everybody listening. Is that it needs to be based on the market for each sport, and pay them their due for what that market consists.
That's it right there.
It'd be financially irresponsible to pay a bowling team that doesn't generate the revenue, the amount that you pay a team that does generate. Revenue.
100%.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say you look at football, for instance. No, they haven't had the wins over the years, but they've had the sellouts, and they're still bringing in the money. If Nebraska football was only bringing in, say, 20,000 a game, and the name wasn't as strong as what it was, would there even be a bowling or a rifle team?
I'm not, because football subsidizes a lot of those. That's just the reality. Football, and just like you mentioned, Nick, you pay them what they're worth in that particular market.
Yeah, in that market.
Because you can't cross those. That's apples and oranges as far as
markets.
Well,
and frankly, Nebraska, you don't want to be the team or the organization, in my eyes, as you're still trying to navigate this. There's going to be a lot of growing pains through this. We're seeing a lot of hires that are specifically designed to deal with the settlement money and things like that year after year. You don't want to be the team, I think, or the institution that goes out and year after year is attempting to reset the market. You don't want to be the reason that all of these markets get out of hand. And so it's okay to fall in line with what the market is. As long as you got all your stuff and your ducks in a row, essentially, you'll be okay. You'll be competitive. But if you're just unwilling, as AG you kind of just mentioned it a moment ago, if you're unwilling to pay what they are deserved in that market, that's where we get a problem.
Right. And so do that. Like, make sure you pay what's due. What they earn. If they win a championship, what will the highest bowling team get in the country? In terms of if it's NIL, coaches pay, and all of that stuff. Do that. Then it makes it fair across the board. Just make sure at the end of the day, make sure when you're talking to a team, the bowling coach, the football coach, the basketball coach, the track coach, that those coaches are happy, and then the players are happy. And at least if they're not happy, you just got to a point where you can agree on something that is, it's not to the point yet, but you're working to get there, and they'll respect that as well. If you just go and do your own thing and not talk to them, then that's an issue, because that's not communicating to everybody that's in the building in the athletic department to say, hey, we got this money coming in. We already made a decision. Baseball's going to get this, track's going to get that, volleyball, esports is going to get that, and then everybody else get the lion's share of this. So when you don't have those conversations, that's when it becomes a problem.
George Brooks, the athletic director there at Georgia, mentioned that didn't say which sports would see the increase at his particular school, because that is left to each school's discretion to decide how they want to spend that. And I think we'll see in about a year or two. He's mentioned that, and a few others, other articles I read. You'll see which their priority is. If each school can decide what's going to be their priority, where that money goes. Someone mentioned the taxes in there. I think that was Old Dad. Old Dad, if I'm wrong, should they have to pay taxes on that, on the NIL money?
Great question. I would.
Well, the reason that this is
if it's a W-9 form involved, then
it's under 400. They don't have to.
It's if the reason that this is all coming up and being asked about it is because individual states, their legislatures are talking about they're talking about proposing a bill to where NIL is exempt from income tax.
No, but that's what I mean by different. Some states don't.
Well, yeah, but it's state by state.
It's state by state deal.
It's state by state, and so obviously, it's like Florida and Texas don't have the income tax and everything like that. Nebraska obviously does, but there's states that are asking, and wondering if they should put it to a vote to where NIL should be income tax. I got to be honest, guys. I fall in line with Jake in that I think it needs to be taxed. I know you just said it, AG, so we might have to get into this here in a few minutes that you're a fan of it. But I think Jake made a really good point on early break this morning, talking about how at the start of all of this, there was the legitimate and general concern for, are these guys going to have, guys and gals, going to have the resources available to them in terms of classes, in terms of financial understanding, in terms of financial literacy, to where it sets them up. Not the point of why this can be so valuable is not the short-term piece of it, of that on each paycheck, you don't have to pay income tax. It's the, how can you set up yourself, your mom, your family, your immediate family, your girlfriend, your boyfriend up for the future 15, 20 years down the road. And in the short-sighted, for those 4 years, if you don't receive the financial literacy or education necessary, then it's potentially hindering it when you do go to the league and you have to get taxed on it, or down the road in the real world and you don't know how to operate under that.
I feel you're doing these student athletes a disservice long-term by not making them pay taxes. You're teaching them a disservice, because here's the reality. And AG, I want you to expound on this in a second. You got guys who go to the pros, and I remember going there with Tyrone, AG, and we were just talking about the financial aspects, and he's talking about literally, AD, I can tell you who's most likely going to be broke as a result of not taking care of their taxes, overspending, not understanding the importance of depreciating the assets, etc. I remember my father told me when I first got in business, okay, he said, son, don't make the mistakes that I did. He goes, become an entity, because my dad was a janitor. He did what he had at the time. He goes, son, get you an accountant, a banker, and an attorney. And he goes, and the first thing years ago when I filed, I didn't know, I wasn't raised in a house where I understood financial terms and financial tools. I didn't understand that world. I didn't understand how to balance a checkbook. I didn't have nothing to balance. I didn't understand what a ledger sheet was or any of those things were. So I got with Dave Neismer, my banker, taught me a lot of those things of that nature. Attorney-wise, taught me how to do certain things. As far as establishing a business entity, that's why it's an S corporation. I didn't know what an S corp or C corp or LLC, but I just knew my dad was a sole proprietor. There's no benefits with being a sole proprietor, So I didn't understand those things. I think you're doing these athletes, and to your point, they can't say they don't have the resources to teach these guys and gals financial acumen. Because if you don't teach them now, they're going to pay the price for it later. Now, but many of them pay the price anyway. They have the tools available. They just don't choose to listen to them. Yeah. But by not at least making them learn those things, when you're giving them that type of money, that amount of money, that life-changing money for many of them, and then say, well, here's not the safety measures to go along with it, I think you're doing them a disservice, man.
Well, is there any other student that goes out and gets a job, or are they having to pay income taxes? I mean, that's my thing. It's like, you can only cater so much. I mean, they're already.
You at least have to make it. You need to have to make. Now, whether they paid or not, that's on them. But that's the real world. If you want to make real world, let's take this back. You're making more than real world money in many cases.
True.
You're making world class money, not just average money. You got some of these guys making, girls, 800,000, 900,000, 2 or 3 plus million.
Yep.
In the real world, you get taxed on that.
You do. You just can't constantly just be going, oh no.
Let's get the other side of this. AG, what are your thoughts on this? Because I know you said that you're a fan of it at the start.
I say I like the fact that, I would love to make sure more universities do it in terms of teaching students and student athletes financial literacy. I know Ohio State does it. I don't know about us or any other Big Ten school for that matter, but I know they do, because I know the firm. I had one of their lead lawyers on my podcast about a couple of years ago when NIL started to become a thing, and so he his firm goes in and talks to the whole athletic department. I say every year over the year, and every sport, the students get assigned one of their lawyers to talk about it. Give them all the information they need. So one school I know for sure is doing it. And probably multiple schools are doing it now. But I say to AD's point, just the fact that I'll say, what would that percentage be? Because I know right now, if they're getting it, right now we don't even know what it is, right? I just said, like, if it's a W-9 form involved, then there's some taxes that's going to be given back, or maybe even refunded on the students' end, and just part of where actually do you put them, because there are somebody that's still like under maybe their parents taxes or stuff like that because of being underage, being 18. So you got to look at that too. I don't know per state for a young person what they get taxed at. Like Raff said, you're right. They do get kids that go to college now and they have a student job, a job off campus or whatever. Yeah, that those checks do get hit with FICA and all that involved in getting taxed. So it's just finding out exactly what that road looks like for the athlete that's making an $800,000 evaluation or a $2 million evaluation of NIL. Just finding out what exactly does that look like in terms of taxes, because that's the part that really hasn't been talked about, other than bringing in financial literacy people that can help them, deal with what you got to deal with when you're having when you make a lot of money as an adult and how to manage that. So the next question is, what does the tax look like for that money to the student athlete that's earning that big payback?
I'm looking at the tax brackets right now, and it only my heart. To me, like I said, I'm not going to say this has to be clad in stone for me, but I'm thinking if you're making that type of money, you should pay just like everybody else does, man. Yeah. That's the bottom line. If you're making, like I said, you go up to that, that 25-24%, you're making over six figures, well, you're getting taxed 24%.
Yeah.
I just think that's the way it should be. If you're
you
making
just can't continually cater,
it's not fair. When you cut off, listen, we're already past the train of should we pay athletes? They're getting paid. That ship has sailed. That train is gone.
Yep.
If that's the case, if they are being paid, and many of these guys and girls are make more than their coaches make.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, where do you not?
Where's that at?
There's players that make more than their position coaches.
Yeah.
There are totally players. Yeah. Now, head coach in football, AG.
I'm about to say, okay. So you got to say assistant to head coaches. Okay, you got to say a difference, because I'm like, not these head coaches. They ain't making these players are not making $10 million.
I'll tell you right now, it's happening in Nebraska.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, for the assistants, right? Paying more. Yeah. Okay.
Coach, but assistant coach.
Yeah. So I was just saying, being clear. I was just making being clear, because when you say coaches, that's a broad statement. You saying head and everybody, AC, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, what have you.
Right.
Okay.
There are players making more than their
assistant coaches. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? With that being said,
gotta be clear.
If you're making that type of money, you should be taxed accordingly. I don't know why you wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Well, they're 18.
I mean, that's the question. We just don't know. They might be in tax. We might be talking about a dead note over there. They might already be in tax and going down that road and finding out on their own without nobody really telling them that already.
That is what's happening. So right now, I mean, they're getting it's just like normal paychecks. It's just like a paycheck that we all get right now.
It's getting hit. The government, the state is hitting it. FICA.
Yes, but the reason, once again, we can't bury the lead on why they're trying to do this. They're trying to do this to make their individual state more attractive,
recruiting wise, and
for top end talent.
Absolutely,
because that way they
can use it.
They can use it as a recruiting pitch of, hey, you know what Nebraska doesn't have or does have? They have income tax. How would you like to keep that extra portion of your paycheck every single month?
It's an unfair advantage, man. It's an unfair advantage.
But it'll probably get passed. I mean, let's also be honest. Like, it'll be being realistic with it. It'll probably get passed, and start to see LSU start to use that as an additional recruiting pitch, which maybe Brian Kelly needs it. So let's go to break. Let's go to break. We're up against the clock, gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to break. It's the drive. 93.7 The Ticket.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
In today's digital world, you can never be too cautious when it comes to your security. Cyber attacks are affecting more businesses every day. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we understand the stress and impact a cyber attack can have, not just on your bottom line, but on your ability to serve your customers and protect their trust. That's why we are passionate about safeguarding your business. From real-time threat monitoring to advanced security protocols, we help keep your data safe, allowing you to focus on what matters most. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Attention comedy fans, get ready for a night of non-stop laughs at the brand new Howler House Comedy Club. Brought to you by the team behind Kincaidor Brewing, Sideshow Spirits, and Beer House, this underground comedy experience is happening beneath Beer House in the heart of the Haymarket. Enjoy Jason Vest and Layla Ingalls from The Kill Tony Show, as well as Will C this Friday. Shows are at 6:30 and 9 p.m. Buy your tickets today at beerhousene.com for the brand new Howler House Comedy Club, opening this Friday at 8th and P.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And free fitness training to help you mix up your routine. Plus, most clubs are open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 28th. See Home Club for details.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, National Player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather, sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine, a light breeze, an afternoon high around 64. Tonight, mainly clear skies with a light breeze, a low around 40. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies, but it will be breezy. Afternoon high around 65. I'm meteorologist Kyle Hucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, National Player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services, as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning. Now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday. Beautiful day outside.
It is a beautiful day outside. It's a beautiful day for history as well. I'm choosing from a bunch of them right here. Imagine I don't know what to choose from, but you know what? I'm going to go with the man himself. 1984, Carl Lewis jumps at world record indoor, 8.675 meters. Carl Lewis. The dude was, I remember this, it was the Santa Monica Track Club.
Yep.
Remember, Raff, you had Carl Lewis, Edwin Moses was a part of that track club as well. One of the Kerseys, Jackie Joyner Kersey, was part of that Santa Monica track club. But I remember you seen all those guys. I think their uniforms were like baby blue and like orange or something like that from Santa Monica Track Club. But Carl Lewis was a freak of nature. Just don't let him sing the national anthem.
Just
we can be all right.
Not much of a singer, heck of a jumper. Pretty fast, too.
What you got, bro?
All right. My history for today. On this day in 1987, SMU is issued the death penalty. Ooh. No football for that season, which is kind of crazy because most of the infractions took place back in 83. So 4 years after it happened, the team was punished for that. Now you look at it.
Pony Express.
It's every day now. Give them back their season.
You know, Eric Dickerson was at Remington a few years back. Well, more than a few years back, probably about 8-9 years ago. And him and Aiken were back there at Rococo just talking and had some time with him between going on stage. And he goes, those were some wild days. Oh, yeah. He goes, man, the things we were doing and getting away with. He goes, man, thank God we didn't have no social media back then. But ED was a good dude, man. Good dude. But yeah, the death penalty. How long did they have that? How many years was that death penalty?
Well, they had no football for 1 year.
For 1 year, but it affected the program for 20 plus years.
Yeah, big time.
They hit them with a bunch of scholarships. So when they came back, they lost a bunch of scholarships. And I think it was like in 5-year increments, they got their scholarship levels back. But
they were like bust down to like 5 scholarships first and then built up from there.
They got hit hard. Absolutely. What you got, AGZ?
Man, hey, I got a fun one. And Nick, this might hit your generational period. Today is officially, so back in 1996, it released in Japan. Pokemon is today is the official day, Pokemon Day, national day here all over the world, not just in Japan, but all over the world now. So what's that?
Unfortunately, I never
You didn't get into it? Oh, okay. I was the same thinking.
We even tried, I even attempted the whole Pokemon Go thing
a
couple years ago because that was a craze. When when Pokemon Go
hit.
hit, I mean, people were all over the place trying to find little Pikachus or whatever they had to find. I mean, it was, I don't even know. But I remember I found one downtown and it was that was it. And I deleted the app right after that.
But around the world, Pokemon Day commemorates the launch of the first Pokemon video games, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green in Japan on February 27, 1996, kicking off a global phenomenon that catapulted Pokemon into one of the most popular and successful entertainment properties in the world. Since then, the community has been going global. Pokemon fans, known as trainers, come together to celebrate their love of the brand on Pokemon Day. So Widespread popularity everywhere for Pokemon in trading cards, in the schoolyards, watching animation on movies, and the big screen and little screen on TV as well. So collect, trade, and play with your fellow trainers out there, y'all. And they go hard in the paint. Trust me. They know they stuff. They know they Pokemon.
Yeah.
My son is one, along with one of my followers on the Gamers Lounge. He knows his stuff. He's like a Bible when it comes to Pokemon. He knows everything.
Well, I was in Alabama over Christmas. I was trying to find my nephew some baseball cards.
Okay. Typed
in baseball cards. They took me to the shop. It was all Pokemon. They were playing games at the table. They had a whole card lounge. I was just like, this is insane.
People go on TikTok Live and will do Pokemon stuff like on TikTok Live, and like they hold these like giant things in their arms. I don't even know. I just skip past them, but it's it's one of those things. Wow. They like think they come to life or something. I don't know.
I remember my boys were when they were growing up, they were huge into it, man.
Really?
There's some worth a lot of money.
Yeah, there are. Definitely are.
What? Okay, you know what? Speaking of the money, most expensive Pokemon card. And I don't even know the answer yet.
Jake Paul has it. Jake Paul, or one of the Paul brothers has it.
Yeah, one of the Paul brothers may have it.
5 million or something like that.
5 million?
Yeah,
but they might be gassing people up. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So let me see. I think it was Logan Paul.
It's like a 101
Pokemon card price. All right. Logan Paul holds the Guinness Book of World Records.
Okay. If it's Guinness Book, then okay, it's legit.
The most expensive Pokemon card, valued at $5.25 million.
Yep. It's just like stocks and bonds, man. Oh, yeah, my son, he went to a little buy, sell, and trade expo in Tempe, Arizona. That's where he lives. And he's been going to, like, they have one like every other weekend. And he buys, sells, and trades. He brings his his collector books. He lays them out on the table. Him and his fiance, they sit there and put everything in order, from prices, anything from $20 up to $200 in his collection right now. So he buys, sells, and trades those cards. And trust me, it's a fun thing to see. It's fun, and I say cool if you don't understand it. Just like trading cards, like back in the day with football, baseball, basketball, hockey cards, Olympic trading cards, stuff like that. Shoot, right now it's some at the high school level of esports. There are esports trading cards going on for high school students over in Iowa, and I think Illinois as well. So
get this. So Logan Paul, he wears the card around his neck every time he goes to fight.
As a necklace. Yep.
So there's only been 24 graded at PSA, which is like the top of the top.
PSA 10 is it.
Yep. And so it says, making it an incredibly sought after card among collectors. It is a Pikachu illustrator card, which whatever that means. Logan Paul's love for the Pikachu illustrator card extends beyond mere possession. To showcase his prized card, he commissioned an $80,000 custom pendant to house his PSA 9 Pikachu illustrator card before every fight.
Yep.
He wears it before every fight.
He's trying to sell it now. He's trying to sell it.
Well, yeah, I would imagine that, it gets kind of boring.
Just the whole card industry, like baseball cards and football cards now, like Topps, they just going silly. Like they have autographs. They found old autographs from Mickey Mantle, and then they put them on cards with Mike Trout, and they're combining them. And
it's crazy. And just not to mention, remember the Paul Skeens 1-of-1 rookie card that just came out a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if I ever told you guys that whole situation was that essentially an 11-year-old found it out in California.
Yep.
And he was like, he's like, I don't want Pirates season tickets. I don't want any of that. And he ended up not giving it to the Pirates. He sold it at auction and then donated all the proceeds to charity.
That's cool.
Wow.
So
it's wild.
Yeah. They have, I guess I've done with Panini. I think Panini is owned by Fanatics now.
I think Ruben owns all that.
Yeah, Fanatics now. So they've been doing like for a couple years now, the jersey, a piece of a jersey in a card, and we sign them, stuff like that, and or other memorabilia, things of that nature to bring it closer to the fan, to the field, and baseball diamond, all that fun stuff.
Well, obviously Dylan Raiola has that deal with Panini.
Hey, I got some Dylan Raiola cards. Come on, Dylan.
Raff needs a big Dylan Raiola season coming up this week.
Let's go, Dylan. Let's go.
Hey, get that freshman card if it's already out there. Get that freshman card for sure.
Oh, he's always training. He's doing boxing at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Guy's
Something
a
like that.
machine.
Send us to break. We got some good stuff coming up.
All right, we'll throw the brakes. The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months, or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Shouldn't the landscape around your house reflect the architecture as well as the interior? Whether it's new construction or breathing life into an outdated landscape, let the teams at Tailored Landscapes, Tailored Lights, and Tailored Life combine as your local source for outdoor living. Schedule a meeting with one of our designers who listen during our consultations and combine your preferences, plus our experience to give you a timeless, sustainable, photo shoot-worthy landscape. Call us at 402-432-2572. Find us on any social media or at www.tailoredlandscapes.com, because when you find one company, you find the benefit of three.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
We currently have a great inventory of homes that are completed or almost complete available right now that you could move in within 30 to 90 days.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
In Woodside Village, which is in Northwest Lincoln, catty corner from the new Northwest High School, we have available homes right now that start in the lower 300s. Sod, sprinklers are included, all your kitchen appliances, brand new homes ready to go. A very accessible area, easy to get downtown, easy to get on the interstate. It's just a great location. Our designer has selected incredible finishes that will amaze you. Available homes right now that start in the lower 300s.
Call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Hey farmers, do you run a precision planting monitor in your planter tractor? Boyk Farm Outfitters is hosting our annual 2020 Monitor Clinic at the Holthus Center in York on Wednesday, March 19th. They'll run through everything on the monitor, from basic setup to more complex downforce settings and everything in between. You'll learn agronomy principles behind some of the monitor settings and will leave refreshed and ready to plant. Representatives from Precision Planting will be on hand to handle any questions that you can throw at them. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And free fitness training to help you mix up your routine. Plus, most clubs are open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 28th. See Home Club for details.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
Welcome to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. And bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East Sports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We're proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance, you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hall and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
I think I'm gonna have to call Cameron and his team because my garage door won't shut.
Oh.
I mean, it shuts, but you gotta like hold that button, and you can't just like drive away expecting it to shut.
Oh,
so it's not like a new. I don't need a new one. There's just got to be a wire that's
well, in your neighborhood. Way things have been
jumping
off.
Hey,
get that garage door
hey,
fixed.
there was a police chase just 2 houses over the other day. 40th and Yankee Hill, it gets a little crazy.
Yeah. You know what? And thoughts and prayers to that. Lincoln, things have been acting up around here, man. Statewide, man. And
their full moon.
Yeah, our thoughts and prayers to those families, man. The gentleman that, the way it's looking like, killed himself and killed the gal that he was after. Eventually, unfortunately, succumbed to the bullets that she took, and just the death. It's just horrible. And those two individuals that picked her up. I can only imagine the trauma they're going through. If you're not familiar with Lincoln Journal-Star, yesterday about noon, give or take, about 84th and A, there was a horrible incident that took place, and just not end well at all. So our thoughts and prayers go out to them. Our first responders who have to see that stuff, and piece back together that scene as best as they can. So our thoughts and prayers to all those involved with that situation. It's just nuts, man. Absolutely nuts. Folks, be careful out there. It's just a crazy time in the world we're living in, unfortunately. John and Cortland, we appreciate you too, and your good sense of humor as well, man. We throw some crazy, interesting stuff out there. We're glad you, all of you that respond and make the show fun and makes it go fast. Yesterday, there was a number of coaches that were interviewed. Nick, what's the first one we got on there, my man?
We got them all. We got DeKel Shorts. We have.
Let's start with DeKel.
Yeah, let's go with the wide receivers coach. Let's just start with this one. He likes the offensive coordinator and the system that they have in place. Here's what DeKel Shorts had to say. I apologize if these questions are included. We'll try to take them out as much as possible.
All right. Well, I think the biggest thing with Dan is his confidence. Obviously, he's been an offensive play caller for a really long time, and in between that and his head coaching experience, he just knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants. He's very demanding. Just as Coach Rule is himself, but just demanding and challenging and pushing the players. I think he's going to, allow us to get the best out of our guys.
Here's what Coach DeKel Shorts looks for in a wide receiver. Here's what he had to say.
In a receiver that you recruit or bring here? I mean, size, speed, just as everybody else. Size, speed, hip fluidity, play strength, and then ball skills. Want to be able to catch the football. And then, a very, big trait that we're harping on right now, especially, with perimeter blocking and things of that such, is toughness. We want tough guys that are going to be able to, stick it through and, finish, whether it's a rep, whether it's a play, whether it's a drill. Just one thing we're harping on right now is just finishing. So, that takes extreme mental and physical toughness. So,
you guys, of all the positions, in my humble opinion, do I think we have the potential to see the biggest jump is in receivers. And I say that because of his body of work. Whether that's true or not, whether we see the fruition of that on Saturdays, and we don't know. But just strictly, just looking at background, this is not a knock. I'm not into that knock on the last guy here, bull crap, because it is what it is. That's no longer the situation. But you look at Shorts, his background. He played obviously for West Virginia from 2013 to 16. He was on the practice squad for the Buffalo Bills. He was a program assistant with West Virginia. Then he was there with Dana. With Dana. At Houston, he was the director of personnel in 2019 through 2020, 21 to 23. He was the assistant coach for wide receivers with Dana as well, and then was a head receivers coach as well at Kentucky as of last year, and brought Key along with him, I believe another guy as well. But just his body of work, he played the position. Not saying you always have to play a position you coach, but it sure as hell helps. You don't have to run with running shoes. It helps to have them. So it helps the way he brings that whole breadth of history, knowledge, and insight to that position. Me personally, gentlemen, I think we should see in all the positions, in my humble opinion, that is when we could probably see a potential jump this year.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think Nebraska's wide receiver core, just as an entire room, is intriguing, right? Where you go out and you utilize the portal quite a bit in getting Dane Key and Isaiah Hunter and the other guy from Kentucky that I'm blanking on the name, Hargrove. I believe it's Hargrove the fourth. Anyway, you have some text line will be able to help me out on that one as I'm blanking on the name. But either way, I mean, so you look at some of those guys that are going to be immediate impacts. Some of Nebraska's best wide receivers over the last couple of years, even predating Matt Rule and his staff, have been through the portal, where Nebraska's only gotten them for 1 year. I think that's what makes it so intriguing exciting about Isaiah Hunter, is because you're going to have the opportunity to keep him on campus for the next 3 years. Dane Key is more of a one and done type of guy, but you go back to like Samari Toure and Trey Palmer and those types of athletes. And what was the one disappointing piece of it was that you knew that you only had them for one season. Well, as Dylan Raiola goes through his growing pains of that freshman to sophomore, off season and the growth there. And then, beyond that, how does he mesh with guys like Isaiah Hunter and Dane Key and those types of things? Because while Dane Key will be here only 1 year, you got Isaiah Hunter who's going to be here for at least, 2 or 3.
I also like too that he's familiar with Dana Holgerson, so he's able to teach it the way he knows that Dana Holgerson wants it. So I like that they have that past relationship.
I'm just interested in seeing what the offense, as we go through this conversation, it feels like every offseason, what the offense looks like. Because
fire up the horn, Nick.
Well, and maybe it needs to have the air raid horn, but ultimately, Nebraska has a pretty good running back in their backfield in Emmett Johnson, and it feels like while Dante Dowdell makes his exit and ends up going to Kentucky, you have a situation here where Emmett Johnson at one point was going to leave Nebraska as well, and you did everything in your power to bring him back. And so that tells me that they view that they need to utilize Emmett Johnson, and they should. We've said extensively on this show and during the football season that even while Emmett Johnson might not have been getting the RB1 type of snaps, it felt like he was the best running back in that class. The one that gave the most juice, the one that gave the most ability to maybe break out a long run, which it just feels like Nebraska hasn't had in so long. A guy in the backfield that can kind of do it all, that can make a guy miss, that is able to have some breakaway speed. It feels like in this room of running backs the last 3 years under Matt Rule, it feels like Emmett Johnson gives you the best chance to have that to some extent. And so I do hope we see a healthy dose of EJ at some point coming up.
Hardly Gilmore the fourth. You got it.
Hardly Gilmore the fourth, not Hargrove. Hardly Gilmore the
You're
fourth.
Right,
Thank you.
What's the next one we got up there, brother?
Yeah. So we got let's see. Let's stick with DeKel for a little bit more. Let's stick with the Cal transfer, Isaiah Hunter. Here's what DeKel Shorts had to say on Isaiah Hunter. Let's see if I can skip ahead so we don't have to hear a reporter's question.
I think the biggest thing with Isaiah was his size. And then obviously he had a pretty good season last year. Not only his size, his track record from last year, but he's also a kid with years. I think the biggest thing with Isaiah, he's only been in college for 2 years, so he's still growing and developing. So he's not going to come here, nowhere near where he needs to be. And it's our job as coaches and staff members. And I think we have a great staff to get it out of him and, kind of help build off of what he did last year.
Isaiah 6'2". 210.
Yeah, 6'2", 210, and he's talking about the year that he had last year, AG, and it was a 40 catch season, a little over 570 yards if I remember correctly. Had a couple of touchdowns. That's 15 yards per catch. Certainly a guy that feels like with him on one side and Dane Key on the other, Nebraska has a decent threat in the receiving game. AG.
Yeah, but from his first part of the question, or his first question, in terms of what he looks in size, I like that because you got to have, obviously, like he said, speed, but then size and the willingness to block and obviously make great catches. But for the players that are there in the room, we're talking about the one wide receiver there, so just making sure, like what he said, got to develop him. You got to make him better as a coaching staff. And so he starts with the wide receiver coach. Was he going to be directly with him every day, come whatever happens in March, but then come fall, that's going to be his job to get his stats better than what they were last year. But then you do that by teaching the fundamentals that he knows. Being a player coming off the field, he definitely understands wide receiver job from the start to the finish of a game, and between blocking, catching, and doing whatever you can to get open. And so that right there is going to be the bonus where he gets direct buy-in from all the players on the staff, knowing his background being a wide receiver as well, and the success he has as coaching other wide receivers that are now in the NFL.
Yeah, I think with Nebraska's wide receiver crew and throughout this entire offseason, I guess there's a lot of new pieces. And I want to say this as delicately as possible, I suppose, that Matt Rule has done a really good job this offseason of shifting roles without firing guys. And I'll leave that open for interpretation on whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't have an opinion on it. But let's be honest, right? Like Matt Rule has found a way to add a general manager, a defensive coordinator, a defensive backs coach. He shifted an offensive coordinator into a tight ends coach role, moved on from the special teams coordinator, and a couple of other things that are behind the scenes without really firing people. And he's just continued to bring in new faces. So it's going to be very important that this new blend of guys that are still on staff, are still involved, but not in the roles that they were last year. It's going to be very important and crucial that this offseason they gel and blend well together. Dakel Shorts was asked about that, about building bonds with players, but also with this coaching staff, because you'll remember, I mean, Garrett McGuire never was really fired. It was more of, hey, he's going to go take another job at Texas Tech. Ed Foley is still somewhat involved with the whole thing, just not as special teams coordinator. Everybody's aware of Marcus Satterfield and moving to tight ends. And like the one pushback is, well, don't forget about Evan Cooper and don't forget about Bob Wager. Well, don't forget those guys might have done some things on their own outside of football that affected their standing on staff. So there's that piece as well. So Dakel Shorts was asked about that, building bonds with players and trying to blend the coaching staff together in one offseason. Here's what he had to say.
I think the first thing, taking the job here and meeting a lot of these guys for the first time is the relationship aspect, still trying to gain their trust, vice versa. And I think that'll happen naturally over the course of time. I think we're doing a really good job at that. I think Coach Rule does a really, really good job of, putting staff in a position to develop relationships with the players, if that makes sense. Now, previously, they had a good coach, if I'm being honest. Garrett was a really good coach. And, everybody coaches different. There's different styles and techniques. So just kind of, pick up where they left off and then implement my own touch on these guys and kind of go from there.
So there you have it.
You guys, real last thing on him, on Coach Shorts. He seems, in talking with a few guys that I know that are still coaching, a no-nonsense guy.
I was just going to say the same thing.
No nonsense. He's a technician and demands excellence out there. They said he was a very intense player when he played and was like a prize fighter. He was a technician. I mean, you do it all right all the time. Exactly. And AG, I got a lot of comfort now. Obviously, we don't know the results yet, but I like what I've seen so far and heard so far.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Like, there's no spring ball or like track. What's going to go on with training? Where you can start it early. I mean, even if we don't have a game or not, I would love to have it as a coach if I was coming in now on any staff in America. I say, especially particularly Nebraska, obviously with not having spring ball, I would still want something to happen in the spring where I could get on these players now so they'll know what's coming in the fall. Just kind of give them an introduction. I mean, we probably could do that with small player meetings between now and the summer. I would ask, Coach Rule, if I was just coming in, but hey, can I meet my guys? Because I want to get to know them and then give them a little taste of what we're going to have in fall camp, because I don't want to be no surprise, nothing that changes, big changes. It's no big changes. Just want them to see what they're going to get with me as a player coach to them. So and I think he's going to do that.
Well, they'll get a lot of them. You think it's a spring game, I think, because they'll get a lot of spring football. Right.
No, so I'm saying, I don't know. I know there's a game not happening. I'm saying whatever else they're doing, practice wise or meetings wise, I would love to at least have that side of it, because obviously we're not going physical, but give me the mental so I could get in front of them. And he's going to have that, Coach Shorts and all the other coaches going to have. If they have that, that's great, because then they get a preview. The players get a preview of what's coming down for fall.
Yeah. Well, we got some more. We come back. A few more clips. We'll be back, folks. It's Thursday. I almost said Wednesday, man. On the Drive. We'll be right back.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, four-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
It takes hard work to make Nebraska the right place to raise a family, build a business, or grow a community. We're counting on working parents to make it happen, and they're counting on childcare professionals to have their backs. Employers and other contributors can earn up to a $100,000 tax credit for strengthening childcare in our communities and state. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see lots of sunshine, light breeze, an afternoon high around 64. Tonight, mainly clear skies with a light breeze, a low around 40. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies, but it will be breezy. Afternoon high around 65. I'm meteorologist Kyle Hunter for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Opportunity can knock at any moment. When it does, you can't afford to miss a call. That's why you need a business phone system that gives your team the flexibility to answer anytime, anywhere. Whether you're working from the office, at home, or on the go, we make it easy to equip your business with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. We enhance the efficiency technology provides while putting people first in all we do. That's why we meet your business right where you are by offering customized office technology solutions that meet your specific needs. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Attention comedy fans, get ready for a night of non-stop laughs at the brand new Howler House Comedy Club. Brought to you by the team behind Kincaider Brewing, Sideshow Spirits, and Beer House, this underground comedy experience is happening beneath Beer House in the heart of the Haymarket. Enjoy Jason Vest and Layla Ingalls from The Kill Tony Show, as well as Will C this Friday. Shows are at 6:30 and 9 p.m. Buy your tickets today at beerhousene.com for the brand new Howler House Comedy Club, opening this Friday at 8th and P.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. Just talking about AD and some of his highlights he's had through the year.
Yeah, there ain't many, brother. There ain't many. Just talking about when you think you could do something still. I was telling the last time that I played an alumni tournament at Lincoln High, a dude came down and unfortunately blew his knee out just on a regular layup. And there was a particular play. I'd probably been about 38, give or take at the time. That was the last time I played, give or take. Anyway, there was a ball that was on.
So how many years ago was that?
Well, about 13 years ago for me, man. You punk. You know what I'm
I was
talking
just
about.
asking.
How many years ago was
I was just asking.
How many times about to bust you in your nose right now?
I feel like hey, I feel like transparency is important. Details are important.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there was a ball that was going off the rim. My mind was like, I'm going to go snatch that rebound. My body was like, the hell you are. There were two dudes that got it before I even moved.
That's funny. That's funny.
Who do we got next on there, man?
Let's go with the associate head coach for Nebraska football, Phil Snow.
Yes.
Let's do it. Recent takeaways from takeaways from recent Husker defenses. Here's what Phil Snow had to say about that.
Well, I think Tony did a fantastic job with that 3-3 package. I ran a 3-3 package at Baylor, and it was different personnel. His is attacking with all the different fronts, and they don't play that. We didn't play that many fronts here, but with all the movement, it becomes a lot of different fronts, and it's really hard to block offensively. It's a nightmare offensively, and Tony did a great job of adjusting and staying ahead of the offense every game in both seasons. So, and we're going to employ all that stuff on first and second down. We're going to hope to advance the third down package a little bit more like the National Football League. If you watch third down with everybody on the line of scrimmage and mugging backers we'll advance the third down package. Coach Butler will. You know, he has NFL background. I do. So, but we're taking a lot of what Tony did, and because it's highly successful and creates chaos for the offense.
All right, AG, what does that mean? Because as somebody that, you know, it was shocker, and this is going to come as a surprise. I did not play in the NFL. So as somebody, I know,
it's not rocket science
as somebody that did not, how do you explain that to me in layman's terms?
In layman's terms, the players that are in the locker room right now, these coaches on the defensive side of the ball, basically got to get them to understand what they want them to do. Basically, that's basically what he's saying. So taking that 3-3 front that they ran last year, and now teaching the players how these new coaches want them to run it compared to the coaches, Tony White, when he was in there. That's what he said, Tony, the way he ran it, it was an aggressive defense. So now whatever they're going to teach, if it's going to still be aggressive or a little bit more aggressive than what they were, because what he does when he mentioned about the mugging,
that
backers in the gaps, that's just trying to throw off the quarterback and the wide receivers. And I would say quarterback and linemen first, because obviously that's where the game starts. So when you got linebackers in the A and B gaps, everybody in the offensive line is like, all right, we're pointing. That's where you see all the pointing start, right? The quarterback, the center, sometimes the guards and the tackles are all pointing, and they're pointing and saying, okay, I got him. So you point out who you got, then everybody else will say, okay, if our center has this guy that's in the A gap mugging, then I got the next guy out. You just count out from the center on. So if you're going to your right, if you're the guard, if there's somebody next to that guy over the center, you got him next, and then so on and so forth. So it's just that simple. It's just now training the technique of the new players or current players from the new coaches to say, hey, this is how I want you to play. Maybe remember last year y'all did this. Okay, I want you to do that. It might be a subtle change or it might be a major change. They don't know because they haven't had the time to sit down with it. And so that's how he was just talking in hyperbole, really just kind of a range of things that has to go on between now and fall for the players to get the buy-in and then understand how exactly you want the 3 technique to play, the nose guard to play, the outside edge rushers to play, to the linebackers, and so on and so forth. So that's
here's the last defense. One. Oh, sorry, AG, sorry to cut you off.
No, I just said basic defense. That's all.
Here's the last one that before we get to break, and there's a lot of curiosity about what John Butler can do as a defensive coordinator. I think for Husker fans, hasn't been one for quite a while since his time at Penn State. I think almost a decade ago. I believe it was 2013 potentially.
Yep.
But then obviously spent plenty of time coaching in the NFL at the Houston Texans, at the Bills, and then DB's coach at Nebraska. The internal hire, he gets moved into the defensive coordinator role. Here's Phil Snow's initial impression of Coach John Butler, Nebraska's new defensive coordinator.
I knew of John, but I didn't really know John. But, there's guys.
Hold on. That was kind of funny. Hold on. I knew of John. I didn't know John.
That's a good one right there.
Have you heard Coach speak?
I knew of John, but I didn't really know John. But, there's guys on our staff that knew John. But he's fantastic.
Okay. All right. Let's find a new one because that clip was about to end in 3 seconds anyway. So here's the rest of the clip.
Fantastic. Really knowledgeable. Good to work with. It's been good.
There's a hard-hitting quote right there. So there's a lot of knowing John and not knowing John, Raff.
So I listen to him. Speak.
That's what I'm saying right now. They don't know a whole lot. They got to just learn it. They're being asked questions that there's no definition behind them right now because they literally been here maybe a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever.
Yeah,
we don't know when they got here, you know?
For sure.
So I listen to him speak, and the thought that goes through my head is, even though he doesn't have the title, but are they co-defensive coordinators?
It feels like it.
And then how does this going to proceed in the season? For instance, season starts, we have a couple rough outings on defense.
Where's the accountability?
Is it like, okay, well, now we're going to have Phil Snow call defense?
Yeah,
I mean, it feels right now that they're more like co-defensive coordinators than associate head coach.
And it's so bizarre because there was so much publicity about the fact that like Dana was here and he was, helping out Marcus Satterfield or being there as like a shoulder to help on or whatever. Yeah. But like Phil Snow was more of a remote situation for Tony White. But now it's like, what is it, right? Like you bring Phil Snow here physically, you hire him as the associate head coach, and a lot of questions are now asked about the defense.
Well, it's just funny because
it feels like you're opening the door, like you said, to then if something negative happens during the season, I'm also a big guy of like, who's going to take the accountability? Yeah. Whose fault is it, essentially? Who falls on the sword? From a player standpoint, but then also from a coaching standpoint. Yeah. We have a clear vision, clear knowledge of who is the offensive coordinator. Do we have that with defense?
Well,
I don't know.
Well, look at like this. I mean, that was the first time that they've really talked about the intricacies of what Nebraska's defense is going to look like next year.
And it comes from
Phil Snow, not your defense coordinator. And he's like, okay, we're going to stay the same on first and second. We're going to try and, get a little bit more advanced in third down. And it's like, wouldn't that have been from your defense coordinator? So then I hear that. My thought is they're kind of like co-defense coordinators.
I will say this. It's going to be mind-blowing too. We shall see.
Oh, look at that.
That's it. I mean,
young Jedi.
I have nothing else because we have nothing else to go up. We shall see how it turns out.
Yeah,
we shall see.
They're put in a situation and doing these press conferences now where they have to go off of what they know. And what they know is not very much here on campus. What they know about football, obviously, is going to show later. Obviously, they know some football coming in. Obviously, that's why they got hired. But is that football going to translate to the players? How they, like I said, how they're going to describe that same defensive front, but this is how we're going to attack differently or the same from when you had Coach White. So that's where the players going to then have to learn another language from these coaches, because the coaches, they all probably speak defense language, but it's going to be it's going to have some accents on it, like Spanish to how they speak Spanish in Spain to how they speak Spanish in South America.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? It's going to be that subtle of a difference. But then if you have one misunderstanding because one word is a letter different or audible is different from the D line to the linebackers, then that's where you fix it. And you have that time. So the good thing is we got time to find out all that stuff and let the cars land where they may. And like real easy, like AD said, hey, we shall see, basically.
We shall see.
It's going to be, before we go to break, I think it's going to be interesting. You look at our current coaching staff, close to half has been a turnover. So it's going to be a lot of things. Like
partially
I said,
because the other ones are still here.
They're still here, but I'm saying you brought in different roles.
You brought in new people. Yes,
you brought in new people.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
it's going to be
he shifted
and
roles.
Sean
absolutely.
Patton just switched. Well, he wasn't obviously on the field anyway, but some of those guys switched. Hence the tight ends coach, Satterfield. So it's going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot of unknowns coming into this year for sure. Folks, we'll be back. It's The Drive, 90% of ticket.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Opportunity can knock at any moment. When it does, you can't afford to miss a call. That's why you need a business phone system that gives your team the flexibility to answer anytime, anywhere. Whether you're working from the office, at home, or on the go, we make it easy to equip your business with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. We enhance the efficiency technology provides while putting people first in all we do. That's why we meet your business right where you are by offering customized office technology solutions that meet your specific needs. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Attention comedy fans, get ready for a night of non-stop laughs at the brand new Howler House Comedy Club. Brought to you by the team behind Kincaidor Brewing, Sideshow Spirits, and Beer House, this underground comedy experience is happening beneath Beer House in the heart of the Haymarket. Enjoy Jason Vest and Layla Ingalls from The Kill Tony Show, as well as Will C this Friday. Shows are at 6:30 and 9 p.m. Buy your tickets today at beerhousene.com for the brand new Howler House Comedy Club, opening this Friday at 8th and P.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see lots of sunshine, a light breeze, an afternoon high around 64. Tonight, mainly clear skies with a light breeze, a low around 40. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies, but it will be breezy. Afternoon high around 65. I'm meteorologist Kyle Hucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It takes hard work to make Nebraska the right place to raise a family, build a business, or grow a community. We're counting on working parents to make it happen, and they're counting on childcare professionals to have their backs. Employers and other contributors can earn up to $100,000 tax credit for strengthening childcare in our communities and state. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Early break.
Zip's house smells like a mix of cinnamon rolls and Marlboro.
I know. Why do people think I smoke? I guess I look like a smoker. I sound like a smoker. I have leathery skin. But I do not smoke.
I've been hacking the whole show. You've hacked the whole show.
With Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. From 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It's Thursday, wrapping up another show, going out into this beautiful day, Lincoln, Nebraska. Boom.
It is a beautiful day out there, man. It's not as windy as yesterday, but it is, sun is shining. 50 degrees right now downtown Lincoln, Nebraska. If you want some coffee, come down here to the mill, 1040 O Street. You can see Nick autograph some things for you.
No.
Yes.
No, my
Autograph
hand's
some
broken.
things for you. What'd you say? Your hand's broken?
Hand's broken.
Okay, but he can still just smile, take a picture with him.
There you go.
You say you met Swim.
There's no reason to devalue anything.
I don't know. Have a cup of coffee, meetings, whatever it may be. Read a book. There was actually a book club in here last night.
That's right.
Yesterday afternoon. I'm sorry, yesterday morning. There were some gals that were having a book club.
They took all the pastries. Took all the mill pastries.
Well, that shouldn't be concerning you. You don't eat
It's
things
not.
like
It's
that,
not.
right?
But it looked delicious.
I was a little bit confused, though, because that is the first book club I've ever seen where books were out and it wasn't wine.
Or it wasn't Kindles. I was surprised that they were all physical books.
Yeah, I like a real book. Are you a Kindle guy or a book guy?
I am anything, whatever is not.
Just answer the question, Nick.
Right.
Kindle or book?
I don't like either.
Okay, AG, are you a Kindle or an actual book guy?
No, excuse me. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I like it. Oh yeah, I don't really care a difference.
What about you,
No
Raff?
preference.
Book guy.
Book guy.
Yeah. When I travel, and AG, you travel quite a bit as well, and Raff, you do as well, back and forth. I enjoy my iPad with a lot of the books in there.
Yeah.
Makes the bag a lot lighter. But I do enjoy an actual book in my hand.
But you're a
So that-
writer, too.
Yeah. So
You're making notes.
I make a lot of notes in the
practicing your autograph. Just
I will
something like
say,
that.
I do the audiobooks often.
See, I have never done audiobook.
So if I got like a road trip, which my cutoff for like a road trip is like 7 hours. If it's past 7 hours, I can't drive.
Mhm.
And so I'll turn on an audiobook though and listen. Audiobooks are all right.
Never done that before.
I still need to read that one I bought that you did, the sports writer. What's his
great
name
one.
again?
Marty
Football
Smith.
guy. What
Marty
is it?
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah, Marty Smith. Great one.
What is the name of it again?
Faith, Family, and Football. It's like the Heart of an American Dream or something like that.
I can literally see it on my
it's real
bookshelf
good.
right now on the first floor.
It's so good.
Yep, I need to pick
It's
that
so
one up.
good. Talks about he goes. I'll never forget the story he had with like Nick Saban. He was at Nick Saban's private lake house, and he was like, we were doing cannonballs with Nick Saban off of the boat dock. And I was like, dang, that's so cool. Can you imagine 12 years ago, Raff doing cannonballs with Saban? Two Alabama guys.
Coach Osborne and me. You first, Coach.
Speaking of Coach Osborne, I talked to Coach Osborne yesterday. He's going to be on our show 10 o'clock Monday morning.
Is that right?
And I told him to call in. He said, you want to come down there? He's got a lot. I said, Coach, call in. So Coach Osborne will be our guest at 10 o'clock Monday morning. You definitely want to tune in for that to hear from Coach on the state of college football, etc. Clay, Tony, and John, you knucklehead. I can't read that, man. Raff, what do you got for the RGT?
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to my buddy Jeff Castle. Jeff from North Platte, Nebraska, made his way down to Marietta, Georgia. One of the biggest Nebraska booster supporters out there. Just loves the university, loves the Nebraska Spirit Squad. Just given so many things to that program throughout the years. But Jeff, I hope you have a very happy birthday. Go Braves and go Huskers. And you are Raff's Good Take.
Big congrats to you. Crow Bates says, well, guess I'm taking Monday off work.
There it is.
Yes, 10 o'clock. I know Raff is really good about getting those announcements on their social media. I'll do the same. But Coach Osborne will be joining us 10 o'clock Monday morning, kind of discuss the state of athletics right now in sports, things he sees, and et cetera, how it's different. The 80 attitude adjustment, folks, is this. I posted about it yesterday. I kind of shared that. It's been tough to keep a good attitude because I'm just pissed off with the things I can't do anymore. Physically, actually got a call. My MRI, I'm just waiting for that to get scheduled to be doing that, but just not being able to do things I'm used to doing. But I've made a video that said, you know what? You have a choice of two things. One in particular, your attitude and to choose gratitude. So regardless of what you're going through, there is always something that is going well. If you woke up this morning, you're winning. You may be dealing with other things, other battles, but the ultimate victory, you won because you woke up. And it's a choice to say, you know what? I may not be able to do things I want to do, but I can eat. I can get dressed. I can shower by myself. I can get out of my own bed. It's looking at those simple things, even when there's chaos around you. Choose an attitude of gratitude. That is always your choice. AG, what you got, brother?
Oh, no. Just a piggyback on that, man. Definitely choose a positive attitude. Stay ahead of everything you got going for you and take one day at a time. Simple as that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There it is, gentlemen.
We started the show one day at a time. And we did it with one day at a time. That's how it's done.
There it is.
All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Be nice to each other. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Attention comedy fans, get ready for a night of non-stop laughs at the brand new